What's up, YouTube world? This is Jay, and Smackdown just got over not too long ago. So, it's time for the Smackdown review. And it was a jam-packed episode. There's a lot to digest. I'm going to try to go through it the best as possible. Alright? And try not to take up too much time in the process. But man, what an exciting episode this was. First off, KO starts off the show with the Kevin Owens show, his little segment, and he calls out Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods of the New Day, and they talk, and they say how Big E's injured, he, hurt his meniscus, and all this stuff, so Kevin Owens is like, oh man, you guys are short a member, like, I'd love to become an honorary member, and Xavier Woods is like, dude, there's a lot that goes into it, what did he say? Pancakes, and Kevin Owens was like, I'll work on that, and he said cereal, and Kevin Owens is like, I love cereal, and then he mentioned, like, there's a lot of movement of the hips that goes on, and Kevin Owens does a hip swivel, and it was quite impressive, and and he looks at Kofi and he says, I have one for you too. And he pelvic thrusts towards Kofi. And this is just a good time. And now Kevin Owens is known as Big O. And they even knighted him with a unicorn horn. They put it on his head. It's one of their props, But while the segment was amazing and hysterical and it filled my soul with joy, I think Kevin Owens is up to no good. We'll see. Finn Balor comes out next, and he's now on SmackDown Live. Woo, Finn! But that means that the Intercontinental Championship is also on SmackDown Live with the United States Championship. So now Raw only has the Universal title and the Raw Tag Team Championships. That's it. SmackDown has the Raw Women's title, the SmackDown Women's title on Becky, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor, the United States Champion Samoa Joe. They have all the champions on SmackDown now. So I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they'll unify the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title. That would be splendid. I would like Finn to be the one to unify them both because he still deserves his WWE Universal title rematch, which I would like to see against Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, since that's where Finn won it the first time, but he was injured, so he had to give it up. Or he got injured in that match, so he had to give it up, and that was at SummerSlam. So I would like to see it come full circle. Anyways, going on a tangent, I don't have time to waste. This is a friggin' action-packed episode, as I said. Finn Balor versus Mustafa Ali, and came on, and that was a really good match, and in the end, Finn ended up winning it, and I'm glad Finn had a match with Mustafa. I'd like to see more of them. Mustafa's really good, and Finn's really good, and now they don't even call him Mustafa Ali anymore. It's just Ali, but I'm going to keep calling him Mustafa because that's what I've known him as for so long, so it's probably going to take a while for that to kick in, but oh well. And then Kevin Owens is backstage, and he's looking at the unicorn horn, and then Kofi and Xavier make him eat as many pancakes as he could in under 5 minutes and 32 seconds or whatever it was to try to beat Big E's record, and that would be his initiation. And I don't know, it was weird. I feel like Kevin Owens' body language was saying, like, I don't know, like, is this, if this is what I got to do to try to get a championship match, then this is what I got to do, But at the same time, I felt like the New Day had the same vibe going on. So they're like, yo, let's just make him eat a bunch of fucking pancakes, make him look stupid. And when he tries to turn his back on us eventually, we'll just beat him up. But we'll make him look stupid in the process. He ain't going to get one over on us. So I don't know what's going to happen. But that's kind of the feeling I got. But Kevin Owens ends up succeeding after the commercial break. They come back, and he ends up finishing all the pancakes. So he passed the initiation. Good for him. And then R-Truth and Carmella in the ring. They're doing their little song. And Michael Cole just starts talking over them. Just shut up when they're rapping, Michael Cole. Just shut up. All right? I like Carmella and R-Truth. And I love to see them do their little jingle. You know? It's great. It's entertaining. Anyways, so Charlotte versus Carmella was up next. Boo, Charlotte, boo. I actually have boo, Charlotte, boo in my notes. I don't know if you could actually see that, but I do. And then Carmella hits Charlotte with a Bronco Buster, which if you don't know what that is, your opponent's on the ground sitting against the bottom turnbuckle. And you run over and you just basically throw your whole crotch in their face and bounce up and down a couple times on their chest. Charlotte's really lucky. Carmella did that to her. I wish Carmella would do that to me. During the match, I don't know if Carmella hurt her knee or not. Carmella went to kick Charlotte in between the middle ropes, and Charlotte grabbed her leg, gave her a dragon screw over the middle rope, and I feel like that was supposed to happen, obviously. But I wonder if Carmella hurt her knee there, because I feel like quietly I heard her say, my knee, you know, as if something was wrong with her knee. But she could just be selling. So I'm not sure. It's just a thought I had. So we'll see. I hope she's not injured. If Charlotte injured her, I'll hate Charlotte even more and probably never forgive her. But whatever. Then Lars Sullivan comes out, beats up R-Truth, and he stares at Carmella like all creepy and like stalker and aggressive, you know. And Carmella just leaves. But what show is Lars Sullivan on? He was on Raw yesterday. He's on Smackdown today. Like, what brand is he on? What are they doing with him? What are they doing? You know, I don't know. You tell me, WWE. This sex segment was just like crazy. Alright, this was probably like the most action-packed segment of the night. Actually, maybe not. But anyways, gotta get ready for this one. Becky Lynch comes out and she's talking all this smack, yada, 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 and, you know, I'll take on anybody, you know. She actually had a good line saying the two titles were her passport to go back and forth between Raw and SmackDown and beat up anybody that she wants to. And then all of a sudden, Ember Moon's music hits, and Ember Moon is just recently coming back from injury, and she's on SmackDown now, and I love Ember Moon. Her finishing move is probably one of, if not the greatest finishing move in WWE right now. The corkscrew stunner off the top rope. It's amazing and beautiful, and yes. Ember Moon comes out. She's like, yo, man, I want to challenge you. Bada, bada, bada. Boom, boom, boom. You know, and then who comes out next? Bayley. So now Bayley is on SmackDown. And, like, so now we got two people moving over from Raw to SmackDown in the same segment. And Bayley's saying her stuff. You know, it's been a while since I've seen you. Yada, yada. I don't want, no. And Becky asked her if she wants a hug. And she was like, no, I don't want a hug. You know, I want a shot at your title. Boo, doo, boo, doo, boo. You know, and then the Iconics come out, blah, blah, blah. And then Paige comes out to introduce a new tag team. And Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose come out, and they used to be all Absolution all together. So Sonya Deville says, yeah, now's the best time for Absolution to get back together. And Paige is like, no, I wasn't talking about you guys. Like, you guys always interrupt me, you know. She's like, no, I got a brand new tag team. And she brings out Asuka and Kairi Sane. Sorry for the yawning. I'm really tired and I'm doing this right after SmackDown. My energy is drained anyways, but I'm doing it. I'm trying to get through it. I apologize. Let's keep going. And Kairi Sane comes out, and that was awesome. She's been called up from NXT now, I guess, and her and Asuka are in a tag team. I really don't want to see Asuka in a tag team, but it's better than nothing. So it was Bayley, Kairi Sane, Asuka, and Ember Moon versus the Iconics, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. And it was a really good match. All the people looked good in it. Asuka looked strong. It looked like they're trying to get her back to her dominating ways because they kind of went left there and made her look terrible. But so hopefully, she'll keep going. And Kairi Sane looked great. And the finisher came when Asuka hit Peyton Royce with the reverse DDT. Kairi Sane hits the insane elbow off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Good match, good match. Buddy Murphy cut a little promo saying he's coming to SmackDown Live from 205 Live. So that's cool. He'll be exciting. I liked him on 205 Live. I rarely watch 205 Live just because there's too much wrestling on nowadays. And I'm a grown man and I got things to do. So I don't have all the time in the world to watch everything. So I apologize. But I do know who Buddy Murphy is. I've watched a lot of his matches when I was able to watch 205 Live, and I enjoy him. So that'll be good. Kevin Owens introduced the New Day like he was Big E. Montreal, don't you dare be sour. But he was really white about it. Big E's more like gospel. Kevin Owens. But it was funny. But anyway, so he introduced him like Big E would. He comes down to the ring, kind of skipping and clapping. And then Corey Graves says to Byron Saxton, Byron said, Kevin Owens got unicorned earlier because, they put the unicorn horn on his head, as I stated before. And Corey Graves says to Byron, "Did you just say you got unicorns? Like a verb? That sounds like something you do on a Saturday night, Byron." And I just thought that was hysterical. I love Corey Graves. He's so quick. He's quick-witted. It's great. He always has some good one-liners. And then, in the match, the New Day starts the Unicorn Stampede, and Kevin Owens joins in on it. So he's really trying to be a member of the New Day. He's really trying to be a member of this team. And if you don't know what the Unicorn Stampede is, the opponent's sitting in the corner of the ring, and basically every person on the team just takes a turn stomping at them, tagging in and out every 4 seconds or whatever to break the 5 count. So Kevin Owens joined in on that, and that was pretty cool. And it was a really good match overall. I didn't tell you who they were facing, did I? No, I didn't. So it's Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods, the newer New Day, as I'm calling them for this right now, versus Rusev, Shinsuke Nakamura, and I can't remember the last guy right now. I'm sorry. I can't do it. My bad. I just can't remember. I forgot to type it down. I'm an idiot. Who was it? Rusev, Shinsuke, and it's like on the tip of my tongue, man. I don't care. Whatever. But yeah, the match ended when Kofi Kingston hit the Trouble in Paradise on Rusev. And then KO came in with the stunner and got the 1, 2, 3, and that was that. Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods win, and the newer New Day. We'll see how they go with that, but I still think Kevin Owens is up to no good. He has a terrible history with friends. So yeah. I think he's going to try to use this as a way to get to Kofi and a championship match. And when Rusev took the stunner, he took it like Vince McMahon back in 1997. just like so stiff, just like flipped over Kevin Owens' shoulder. It just looked awkward and funny. And if only he flailed around like Vince did, that would have made my night. But yeah, I thought that was hysterical. Vinnie Mac says he's coming out, and he's got the greatest acquisition in SmackDown and WWE history, and says the guy's tough and charismatic, and calls out Elias. And the crowd's kind of shocked, and the announcers sound, and the commentators sound shocked, but they're trying to be like, yeah, well, I mean, he's not that bad. Like, he brings some, like, good stuff with him. It's just, we weren't expecting Elias. We were expecting, somebody else, And Elias is talking. He's like, now that I'm here, I'll be able to take SmackDown by the reins and yada, yada, yada. And obviously right there, you knew what the pun was. Roman Reigns came out. And he just came out, speared Elias real quick. Vince got in his face and said something. I'm not sure what he said. I tried to catch it, but I just couldn't hear. And Roman Reigns, Superman's punched Vince right in the face. Right in the face. Bang. The boss. The main boss. The owner. Punched. In the face. And Vince just took it good. He just, he looked like so shocked. It was funny. And then Roman Reigns goes to leave, and then he's like this, and he runs back in the ring and spears Elias again. Says this is my yard to Vince McMahon, and that was that. That was the end of SmackDown. What a crazy episode! Like, so much stuff happened in just 2 hours. It was like if you blinked, you would miss something. So yeah, it was a good episode, and I'm excited to see all these people on SmackDown now. SmackDown comes around more than Raw in my area, so now I'll be able to see Finn Balor, I'll be able to see Bayley, I'll be able to see Ember Moon, I'll be able to see I don't really care. I mean, Elias is cool, but yeah, I'll be able to see these people now when SmackDown comes around. So I'm pumped, and I hope everybody liked this review, man. Leave some comments. Let's talk it up in the comments section. What you think of SmackDown? Did you like it? Didn't you like it? What did you like? What didn't you like? Who would you rather have seen come to SmackDown? Whatever, man. Give it a like. Give me a subscribe if you're new. I hope everybody enjoys their night, and I'll be doing my NXT review tomorrow after NXT. So, until then, folks, peace.